All right, so we'll start with the outline shapes. Remember, you're just kind of lightly, very lightly going around the outer edges of where you think the hair sits. You don't want to draw it too dark. And so you're not going to be able to see what I'm doing very much because it's so light. So I'm just feeling my way to it. I'm not going dark. I'm not trying to put the dark squiggles in just yet. Okay. So I think the back of the coat is sitting right about here. So I'm just drawing a very light line. Then the front lapel, I'm imagining it going down about here. And I can modify it if I want to. It's not really that important of a detail. So I'm just lightly drawing the outline of these shapes. So right now that's the lapel of the jacket. And then the shirt, and then the neck, very lightly, and then the ear, about there or so, and then the jaw. Let me draw the rest of the shirt over here. Okay, so let me pull this down a little bit. The jaw. Okay, very lightly, some hair. And his glasses come about something like that. See how light it is? You can barely see it. So I'm just outlining where I think the glasses sit. Outlining where I think the ear is. Outlining where I think the back sits. Bottom of the neck about here. Bottom of the chin about here. Lips about like that. Upper lip coming over. Okay, very light still. Front of the mouth. The upper lip. The nose. The nostril. Okay, so light, guys, so light. That way I can modify it if it turns out I did something where I don't really want it later. Back side of the glasses. Bridge of the nose. And I already feel like I did something a little off. What I'm seeing is, see how his head's tilted forward, and I've kind of leaned his head back a little bit. So I could just leave it, or I can modify it. I think I'm just going to leave it. But if I was in a picky mood, I would pull things down a little bit more so his head would be tilting a little bit more. But I'm just going to leave that for now. And I think I'll change the angle of that a little bit. Okay, then underneath here, we've got the smile, the cheek, sort of dimple, wrinkle thing, the eyebrow, side, the top of the scalp that disappears into the hair. Then the hair's coming up back over here. Okay, and then the eye itself, I think this will help me. I can go pull this forward a little bit, make this a little smaller. And my eye can sit right there. Eyelid. Can't really see the other eye, but we see the back side of the glasses frame. All right, so all I've done is very lightly drawn locations and shapes. And I can look back at the original and decide, okay, do I have it kind of where I want it? And I'm thinking, yeah, it's gonna work. So then I'll start drawing in dark. So take your time to first find the locations before you commit to the dark lines. And of course, this is practice, and sometimes we wanna draw quickly. We don't wanna think about it as much. So once we've kind of committed to it, we just go with it. Okay, now I already got my outline shape, so I'm just drawing random hair squiggles kind of at the edge.
Can I see Ramona for a quick second? Ramona Garcia?
All right, and then you can keep going and adding shading and levels of other things that you see that need to be there in your opinion. Kind of gonna make the head shape a little bigger over here. And bring a little of the hair down a little further. Okay, and then I'm gonna